Only 17?
Yeah.
And look, 25. So that's quite handy for getting into the pubs?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Lovely,
Yeah.
excellent. Okay, Alex, singing, dancing, acting, what are you?
Acting for me.
You sure?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so tell me about your singing and your dancing then.
Well, I joined this sixth form that I'm at now, called Jam Academy. Not doing any singing before or any dancing. Singing was like something that I still enjoyed, but dance was like a fear, strong fear. But I've been working at all three, and I've got a lot better at all of them.
Okay, so stylistically, what ballet, tap, modern, commercial, jazz?
Bit of all of those.
Can I see a ballet move?
Sure. Right.
And a tap?
A tap move as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not wearing my tap shoes, so it's
Fair enough, I can get the picture,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you for entertaining me like that, that was quite enjoyable. Song and monologue, so what do we have? What
I've
have you
got the option of two songs for you. One called Memphis Lives in Me from the musical Memphis.
Mhm.
The other is called The Kite from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Monologues, I've got something from An Accidental Death of an Anarchist by Dario Fo, and another one from The Two Gentlemen of Verona by Shakespeare.
Alright, as you are an actor, we'll look at both those monologues.
Okay.
But I'll just choose one song if that's okay.
Yeah.
Could I have Memphis, please? Thank you.
It's all marked up on there.
Awesome, thank you.
There's a town that I call home, where all the streets are paved with soul. Down on Beale there's a honky-tonk bar, hear the wail of a blues guitar, have a beer, drop a dime in a blind man's jar. Sing softly in the air, like a Sunday morning prayer. One more drink and you'll see God everywhere. Like a sad old melody, it tears you up but sets you free. And that's how Memphis lives in me. Time when muddy waters run rough, there comes a point when a man has had enough. Like a friend who always stands by me. Memphis knows me, Memphis shows me how this life just has to be. I couldn't even try to run away and say goodbye. Here I was born and here is where I'll die. I'm just a man from Tennessee. I can't be what I can't be. All I know is Memphis lives. All I know is Memphis gives. All I know is Memphis lives in me.
Well, that's not bad singing for an actor.
Thanks.
Okay, your monologues. Let's look at your modern.
Yeah.
Could you set the scene for us?
So this is called, with something from The Accidental Death of an Anarchist, and the character I play is called the Maniac. Basically, he loves impersonating other job types, job descriptions, and there's been a murder nearby. He hasn't done it, but he's been called in because immediately they assume he's done it because he's always getting in trouble. A judge has phoned into this police station where he's working, and it sort of sets him off on a tangent of thinking what it would be like to play a judge.
Okay, thank you.
Is it right if I use a chair?
Sure.
It is my dream to play a judge, but I'm too young. Perhaps one day, because theirs is the best profession of all. At exactly the age when your average, common or garden, ordinary man or woman is being forced out into a pasture, the judge is well-groomed and galloping into his prime. The office worker, 55 or 60. He's getting confused. He thinks the in tray's the out tray, forgets to send a memo and costs the company a couple of hundred. Give him a clock, a block of notes, get him pissed, bye-bye. The factory worker. She's been on the same part of the assembly line for years. Suddenly, all changes, everything's computerized. All she has to do is stare at a screen and press a few buttons. But she can't cope. Her eyes hurt. Get someone younger and cheaper in. Never mind, darling, at least you have more time to look after your old man. The docker, the miner, the steelworker, you name it, bodies winding down. They're sore, they're tired, slow. It'll be light duties for a while, then the scrap heap. But the judge, half blind, half crippled, half senile. Give him a knighthood, a rise in salary. Put him in charge of a commission that's going to affect the lives of millions of people. You see old men peeling like cardboard cutouts, dolled up with insignia, wearing ermine capes, oversized white Brillo pads on their heads, looking like pints of lukewarm Guinness. These national treasures exercise a power to save us or destroy us with less deliberation than they choose which chablis to accompany their fish. 30 years for you, 20 years for you, suspended sentence for you because she was clearly asking for it in that skirt. 6 months for you in an open prison because you used to work for Guinness. They dictate, legislate, sentence, decree. They sit in judgment. All rise. Oh, your honour. Silence in the court. Oh, your honour, I think you dropped something. Is this your arse? Thank you, young man. I need that to talk through.
Thank you very much. And your Shakespeare?
Yes.
Would you like to tell us where it's from?
From the two gentlemen of Verona, two best friends living in England. One of them goes off to Verona to live with the king, and work for the king. The other one decides to stay, but shortly after decides to follow and go to Verona with him. Brings his loyal servant Launce, which is the character I'm playing, and Launce brings his dog Crab with him. Launce and Crab have a sort of touch-and-go relationship. They're not. He loves him, but he's a very hard dog to own. And that's where
Fantastic.
this comes in.
Right, lovely. Whenever you're ready, thank you.
I think my dog Crab be the sourest natured dog that lives. My mother weeping, my father wailing, my sister crying, the maid howling, the cat wringing his hands, and our whole house in great perplexity. Yet did not this cruel-hearted cur shed one tear? He is a stone, very pebble stone. There's no more pity in him than a dog. My grandam, having no eyes look you, wept herself blind at our parting. Nay, I'll show you the manner of it. This shoe is my father, and this shoe is my mother. No. This left shoe is my father. No, this left shoe is my mother. No, that cannot be, so is neither. Aye, yes, this left shoe is my mother, it hath the worse a soul. This left shoe with the hole in it is my mother, and this one my father. Aye, so, now come I to my father. Father, your blessing. Now should not the shoe speak a word for weeping. Now may I kiss my father. And he weeps on. Now come I to my mother. Oh, that she could speak now like a woodwoman. Well, I kiss her too. And her breath up and down. Now come I to my sister. Mark the moan she makes. Now the dog, all this while, sheds not a tear nor speaks a word.
Thank you very much. I see from your CV you have quite a list of accents that you say that you can do.
Yes.
Excellent. Could we have a little bit of that scene again, please? Could you do it in a French accent?
Sure. I think my dog Crab is the sourest natured dog that lives. My mother weeping, my father wailing, my sister crying, the maid howling, the cat wringing his hands, and our whole house in great perplexity.
I feel that merged into a South African accent. Why don't we try that in South Africa?
Okay, go on. I think my dog Crab be the sourest natured dog that lives. My mother weeping and my father wailing, my sister crying, the cat wringing his hands, and our whole house in great perplexity. Yet did not this cruel-hearted cur shed one tear.
Right, thank you. And Southern American.
I think my dog Crab the sourest natured dog that lives. My mother weeping, my father wailing, my sister crying, the maid howling, the cat wringing his hands, and our whole house in great perplexity.
Thank you. I'm sure that Shakespeare intended it. Thank you very much. For the moment, and we'll see you again in the group work. But would you kindly ask Juliet Greedy to come in next?
Of course.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you. Cheers, thank you very much.